so expensive, we're staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually buried, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy asshole. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lock. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the body admits I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 148 of Fired Up. Check us out at firedupsports.com. I'm Mike Giletto. Joining me as always, Dom Console, Chris Lucia. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, yo, yo.
Good to see you back, Mike.
Good to see you. It's Russian night in Philadelphia. I don't even care about the Phillies right now. We got the Lord and Savior Ivan Fedotov in net for the Flyers. We'll talk about it. But how was your guys weekend with baseball's back, watching the Phillies? It's frustrating. The life of a Philly fan is back in full swing this weekend.
Yeah, we're in mid-season form.
Yeah.
It only took 3 days.
Ready to quit already?
Castellanos is swinging at pitches that go as far as the fucking Phillies dugout. It's crazy.
Well, that means he's in playoff form, I think is what
Right.
that means. Not even mid-season form. He's in playoff form.
I was already asking what day the Eagles start.
You're already there.
No.
See, I have a Flyers playoff chase to kind of worry about right now, so I'm not even really in baseball mode yet fully.
So what needs to happen for the Flyers to make it?
They need to win. They're not doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they were winning games, I think I'd be more interested. Obviously, if they make the playoffs, or it comes down to what do they have? 8 games left or 7 games?
Seven, I believe. And counting
after tonight. Oh, counting tonight. Okay, so that's 6 after tonight.
And they're losing right now to the Islanders 3-2.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
No.
That doesn't help my case for watching. I am watching in between commercial breaks for the Phillies. I have the Phillies on the iPad right now. So
Okay, yeah, I'm watching the Flyers right now.
I saw the save. I saw the save on the Barzal.
The breakaway save.
Yeah, the glove save.
Yeah, I mean, so Sam Emerson, who he's been playing really poorly, just weak goal after weak goal. Only let in 2 tonight in a matter of like 18 seconds. But only let in 2, and after the first period, they pull Emerson and put in Fedotov. Well, I don't even think has had like a full practice with the team yet. Like he's had a couple
he's been here for 48 hours.
Pretty
he
much.
Just got off the plane.
Basically, yeah. So, and it's just a whirlwind. Obviously, good for him. With the whole story, because I don't know if either you remember the story of of how he was supposed to come over a year or 2 ago. Didn't happen.
Wasn't it longer than that? It was like
I think it was 2 years. I think it was 2 years ago. I believe.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact date, but I believe it was 2 years ago. He tried to come over. Basically, gets kidnapped by the Russian government. You have to serve, a military service time.
Is it kidnapped though?
He got kidnapped.
Yeah, but you got to do it, right?
Yeah, but like
Finland, you got to do it.
But he got, he was at a practice facility, and like this, the military basically showed up. They threw him in the back of a van and brought him to the Arctic, like
kidnapped or
civic duties.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
Not that I agree with it, but
right, yeah. So now he's finally over here for whatever reason. I still don't know like the whole thing that happened with his contract, because like his contract with the KHL team got terminated. And
that is very encouraging.
Encouraging?
Yes, for future endeavors. Possible.
So you're talking Mitch Golf.
Yes.
I don't know that one has to do with the other.
Well, I just think it's encouraging with the fact that, like, it's a sticky situation, it's a hard situation. So, like,
Sure.
maybe they not figured out a way, but like maybe they've, I don't know. Maybe it makes it easier. I'm not sure. You might be right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But he's coming tonight in second period, and the first save was a breakaway, and made a nice glove save on it. He's 6'8". He's gigantic. He's
biggest
an
ever,
absolute
right?
monster. Yeah, biggest Flyers goalie ever.
No, NHL goalie. I thought.
Is it NHL goalie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Ben Bishop is 6'7".
But yeah, Ben Bishop is the tallest that I remember, but I don't remember if he's 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
6'7" sounds right. So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, they got to win games.
It's not very good losing to Montreal and
Chicago.
Yep.
After they had a really tough stretch of games where they're playing the best teams in the league, and they did really good in that stretch, and then
they beat Boston, right? Boston.
Yeah. Yep.
They looked okay against the Rangers.
Yep. Did they beat Carolina? Was that a win? Or no, they lost in overtime, I think.
Yeah, I think they got a point.
They got the point.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's you play tough against those teams, then you have stinkers against Montreal.
And they didn't just lose.
Chicago. No.
They got killed.
they can't. They have no offense right now. The goalie was, Urson wasn't playing well.
Can you explain something to me?
Sure, I could try.
Okay, so I saw something on Twitter that said basically Tortorella's system, this is it's proven. Tortorella's system doesn't work throughout a full season, like throughout a full season, and it's kind of showing a little bit.
I think I know exactly what tweet you're talking about.
Okay, I don't know who tweeted it. I don't know where I saw it, but I just saw something like that. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a matter of Torts' system not, being able to be sustained, throughout the course of the season. I just don't know that they have talent. And, at least top-end talent. And that's the thing we've been talking about the last couple of years is, sure, they're taking, guys like Tippett have taken the next step. Forrester's been really good. Konechny's been really good this season. But then you also have the other side of it where it's Couturier is an absolute train wreck. He's a train wreck right now.
Yeah,
he's borderline unplayable, and he hasn't played since the first period. I don't think he's come back in. He's took a pretty nasty fall, or if they're a hit, but he's been terrible. It's just I think it's
feels like it's been. When did they give him the captain? Was that the beginning of the year?
No, 36 days. Well, it's probably close to 40 days.
I thought it was
about
February.
a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it was
So
around
it feels
February.
like since they've given him that, at least from what I've heard, he's been awful since they've given him the C.
Hasn't been great, no. And we didn't talk about that on the show, but at least I don't remember us talking about it. Is the timing of that was weird.
Especially after saying all year that nobody was going to get the captain.
Yeah,
Tortorella wasn't going to put a letter on anybody.
Yeah, Tortorella was real adamant about no, we're trying to establish a culture here. We're not going to have any sort of captain this year. I like our room. Or it's there's no reason to name a captain. And then for whatever reason, in the middle of the season, you're in the middle of a playoff race, you name one. I don't know if that was kind of. And I think he started struggling right before they named him captain, and maybe that was his kind of last ditch effort to spark the team or to spark him, and it hasn't.
It would obviously the talent's not there, like you were saying. It would just really, really suck to see them come this far all season. They've played well above expectations all season, obviously, and it would just suck to see them lose out by a point or two.
Yeah,
of making the playoffs. And obviously you'd want to see them win as a division. Win it within the division. What's it? The division. Not winning the division, but in.
Oh, you're talking about the one of the three spots.
In the division
spots. Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to play Carolina. Carolina's obviously a great team, but having to play the Rangers or the Bruins is not not something I would want to do.
No, but it looks like they're if they make it, I think it's going to be in the wild card spot, and then you're probably going to have to play the Rangers. Yeah,
because Washington came out of nowhere.
Washington's been really good, but which is weird about Washington is I think their goal differential is -20. It's hard to have a goal differential like that and make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
But
we were talking about the goalie, right? I have no idea, nothing about him. I know nothing, but I just heard that at his press conference he said that they're going to see something better goalie play than they've
Get
seen
out.
in the past couple of years.
Fuck.
better
And
go.
he
I mean,
talked about Carter Hart too. Like he said, he's going to be like the best goalie. Like he himself said he's going to be a really good goalie for the team.
he's been the best goalie in the KHL over the last 2 or 3 years, and that's probably the second best league in the world, second best hockey league in the world, and he's been great like over there. So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, he's probably is what he is like that. It's a guy who's now 27 years old, so it's not like he's gonna grow or develop into something like he still has a handful of goalies years left, but like it's not like we're watching a raw product. Like this is probably who he's gonna be. We're not gonna have to sit and wait and watch him develop. He's 27 years old, so yeah, and I'm excited.
You're kind of hoping to, especially if they, make a playoff run. It's
Experience.
obvious. I mean, well, not even experience, but like more so. Even if he's not as good as, he was in the KHL, or even if he's just okay, you kind of add the spark to this team, and hopefully he could be that spark, and kind of help them make the playoffs. So
Yeah, for sure. That's why I was a little surprised. Like, I get why they didn't start him tonight because, it's he hasn't had, like I've said, he hasn't really had a practice. He just came over a couple days ago. Like, you'd like to let him get his feet wet, but like at the same time, if you're willing to pull Erson after 2 goals, like, why not just start him in the first place? You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
right.
yeah, we'll see what happens with the this playoff chase. Oh my goodness, they almost scored. All right, we could talk some Phillies then. So yeah, I mean the series against the Braves, it's pitching was the thing that I took away from it. Wheeler looked great, right? Other than that, pitching's kind of there's a lot to be left desired there.
Hoffman looks.
Suarez
Hoffman looks pretty good too.
Yeah,
Suarez looked
sure.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Who?
yeah.
Suarez looked pretty
Rangers.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanchez looked pretty good tonight.
Yes, I do. But I do think it's encouraging seeing Hoffman. He pitched tonight. He pitched what?
Yesterday.
He pitched yesterday, and then he pitched what? Opening day?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pitched opening day. It's really good to see a guy at least start off the season the same way he finished.
You know what's weird, Dom?
What's that?
They pitched the same exact that they pitched yesterday today. Hoffman, Strom,
Dominguez?
was it Dominguez or Marte?
Dominguez pitched yesterday.
Okay, so it was Marte and Dominguez,
Yeah.
and then Alvarado.
Marte looked good too.
Yeah, and then Alvarado just pitched. So they went with the same exact rotation that they went yesterday for the bullpen.
It's early in the season too. I'm not gonna,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh,
People are overreacting
there are people that
Yeah.
are overreacting over Trey Turner, over the bullpen, over Nola. Like if we've learned anything, especially last year, they never really start off too hot.
No. Now, what they start off last year, like 2-8 or something? Something
Yeah,
crazy?
they got swept in Texas.
Something like that. Yeah,
To start the season.
they were up 6-0 on opening day last year, and they blew
Yep.
that. And then I think they gave up like 15 runs in the second game or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, again, like it's so early in the season, and I don't know that game 1, 2, and 3 are you could classify as statement games, but like the team going against a team that is your division rival, that you're going to compete with the division for, like I would like a little bit more of a fight than that. What that series gave you.
Yeah, but also, you're facing a top 3, maybe the best lineup in baseball. But
aren't you supposed to also be a top team in baseball?
Sure, no, I don't disagree with you. I'm just not going to hold it to them that this is who they are.
Same, yeah.
So to that argument, it's the Braves and the Orioles and the Yankees. All of these contending teams all look great so far.
Sure.
So there is that argument. It's just I'm just not going to hold this team accountable. They started off 1-3 in 2008. They started off, like we said, 2-8 last year, and look how far they get. It's I know there's 2 different teams, 2008 and 2022, but baseball's 162.
Sure, and we saw it last year. Like regular season or last 2 years, regular season isn't really indicative of playoffs. Right, the Braves have had our. It seems like the Braves have had our number the last 2 years in the regular season,
Right.
and we've bounced them both years in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I also think after watching, because I was at the game Saturday, I think like Thompson doesn't really care about these first games. Like I really don't think he cares about winning them. And it was evident to me when he let Nola continue to go out there after it was just like batting practice. And I feel like they said, Aaron, I don't care how many runs you let up, you're pitching 90 pitches today.
I don't disagree with that.
When you hit 90, then you're gone. That's when we're worried about you.
I just think it's because it's the Braves. Like you're not going to see a lineup to this caliber for another 2.5 months.
Exactly.
Like it's Baltimore. Baltimore's the next time you're going to see a top 5 lineup in baseball. And I think that if we win one, let's say hypothetically they go into the opening weekend and it's if we win all 3, then great. If not, then what is what it is. But we have to win against the Reds. We have to win against the Nationals. We have to win against the Cardinals. We have to win against Pittsburgh. We have to win against Chicago White Sox. Like these are the series you have to win. And yes, it's early on. But these are the games. These are the series. This is what good teams do. They win these series. It's just a matter of it coming this early for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Last year it was June. It was Detroit and the Angels and all the bad teams that they had to beat. Then I think it just comes within the first month and a half of the schedule.
Yeah, I really think that Thompson doesn't care about these games. Like I know he cares about them, but like
sure.
It's just like, hey guys, we're learning ourselves right now. Like that's what we're learning. We're learning how to play back at Citizens Bank Park, having everybody playing total games.
Yeah,
I was
really
reacting
want to the game.
There you go. I don't really want to get like too deep into this topic because I feel like it's a topic that we've kind of beat at nauseum over the last 2-3 years, and we always talk about coaching and everything. How short of a leash does he have? Like honestly, because I know people are already criticizing the lineup decisions this early in the season.
I don't have any criticism for the lineup decisions so far. I mean, obviously Harper not playing yesterday was a little weird, especially because Sale has been pretty bad against lefties. Hasn't been great against lefties the last few years, and he sat Marsh, they sat Stott, and they sat Harper. Yeah. So it's weird. And Schwarber hit a homer his second at bat. So like
first at bat.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't to start the game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
was it? I thought it was.
Nope, it was bottom 1.
Oh, I thought it was the third inning.
1-1 pitch. No, it was the first inning.
Okay. So yeah, I just it's definitely a head scratcher. Some things he's done so far is a head scratcher, and coming this early, it's it's a little concerning. But I don't think it's ever going to be they fire Rob Thompson. I think it's going to be at the end of the year a mutual thing where he retires.
I agree.
Because this is probably his last stop.
Yeah, I would also agree with that. But it's probably not a conversation for right now. I've just seen, some people criticizing him this early into the season, and I do want to remind people it's a long season. Like I understand, again, it's weird. You're sitting Harper 3 games into the season, and it's a scheduled day off. How many top 5?
It could be because of his back. I get it.
But they said it was a scheduled day off.
Right for his back.
Of course, they're going to say that. The Phillies, all Philadelphia teams do a really good job of hiding injuries or like not talking about things like that.
I understand that, but go around the league and how many top 10 players around the league are sitting day 3?
How many? Well, here's another thing. How many top tier players are falling over a fence trying to catch a ball?
Sure.
Also,
yeah, sorry, Don.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say he can say all he wants that. Oh no, I'm good. That didn't hurt me. If you flip over that fence, that your next day you're going to be sore, especially with he's been dealing with a sore back.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how many stars are really how many stars in the league are dealing with a back, back tightness, back soreness since March 9th or whatever it was, 19th, whatever it was.
Yep.
I just think they're being cautious with him a little early, especially the last few years, how much time he's missed in the beginning of the years.
Yeah, that's fair.
This was great though. Bases loaded, no outs.
Bases loaded, no outs. Yeah, Connor Brogdon.
I was so big on him 2 years ago.
Everybody was. He had a great year.
He pitched so friggin' well in the playoffs, and he's been bad ever since.
Yep.
I actually don't even have that on. I'm gonna have to turn it on right now.
I guess you would call it an overreaction.
Okay, we love overreactions here.
One overreaction for the beginning of the season. It's the same thing I've always said. Nola stinks. I hate the dude. I've been on record. I've said it to you guys multiple times that I do not like him. I just
Yeah,
don't
but
like
stinks is a little strong.
he stinks. He cashed in. He stinks.
Stinks.
That's my. And you know what? You guys can go back and watch every episode that we've ever brought Aaron Nola up. I'm pretty sure in the playoffs, even though he had a great game, I've still been consistent saying I hate the guy.
It's one start.
No, I know. I just don't like him.
Okay.
He's just not my.
Aside from the home runs, he's really, really, really good.
He's a workhorse. He's definitely a workhorse. Like he's definitely.
It's a guy that gets he easily gets you 200 strikeouts a year. Like there aren't a ton of those guys in the league, so you know.
And he's an innings eater too.
It's just that one inning.
Yeah.
It's the second or third time around the order where he doesn't change anything up, and they hit him for 4 runs.
Yeah, but how much longer is that?
Jesus Christ!
I guess it was a grand slam.
Was it a grand slam?
Sorry, did I ruin that for you guys? Yeah. My bad.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I'm streaming too. I thought I'd be behind you guys.
All right. Well,
that's a loss.
Yeah. Yep. It certainly is. Did you see it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's always tomorrow.
On to the next one.
Got to win the next 2. To win the series.
Exactly. When are we going to see the offense? Again, so early in the season, it's hard to have these.
Well, is that your overreaction?
What's the overreaction?
When are we going to see the offense?
Yeah, yeah, sure. When are we going to see the offense? Because, again, you brought up Castellanos and being in playoff form already and not being able to hit. It's like I feel like this is kind of a recurring theme with Castellanos. Are we going to have to give Trey Turner another standing ovation? When's Bryce Harper going to show up? The stars are supposed to do the thing, and it seems like when you need them the most, they're gone.
I got the answer for July 31st, or whatever the deadline is, August 2nd, whatever it is. I got the answer.
Okay.
I mean, he hit 2 home runs tonight. Plays center field.
I wasn't watching the game. Okay.
No, he's not for the field. Not on the Phillies game.
Oh,
I'm talking about Mike Trout.
Oh, okay.
I got the answer, guys. Mike Trout in a Phillies jersey by the deadline.
What are we giving up for Mike Trout?
I don't know. I'm half kidding,
CJ.
But I'm half not.
I'll give up CJ.
How much?
CJ Stroud?
No,
I know.
His kid.
I know.
So, all right, what does he have?
We could throw in a lot of kids here.
We could. That is true.
Between the 3 of us.
Yeah, that is a good point. And what's that contract looking like? How much more years does he have left?
What did he get? I think they got the same. Did he get the same amount of years as Harper? Because they were about a month apart, weren't they? When Harper signed and then when Trout re-signed.
He signed a 12-year deal.
Okay,
that was back in 2019.
Right. What was that? March of 2019?
I don't have when he signed.
Okay.
I
can't remember if he was a month before or a month after. Same.
You're making weird noises over there.
I'm making weird noises.
You're wired. You're good. Yeah, you're good now. Yeah.
Oh.
Your wire got a little funky. All right, so he's got one after this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So he's halfway through that deal. He's got 6 years left at $35 million base salary. You think Middleton's paying that?
Yes, 100%. Which is they literally put out the new what's that, the out of town scoreboard. Yeah. They literally, did you see that today? Why they did that? There was an article.
I saw the article about the extra ads and shit like that.
Yeah. So that they could pay these big contracts that they just fucking
right
probably already made back triple.
Oh yeah, just by the playoffs just by the World Series 2 years ago, they've made all that money back.
Right.
I guess Shay's at the game that landed right next to us. All right. Yeah.
Dom, you got an overreaction?
Mine was gonna be was gonna be Castellanos, but I'll try to think of something else.
I just think it's the offense. I just think the offense in general.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'll go bullpen.
Go ahead.
I'll go bullpen. I'll try to be sorry. I'm trying to watch this baseball game, but
the bullpen hasn't been good.
No. Other than
hasn't.
Hoffman, Strom did not look good. Dominguez does not look good. There's a balk in the Angels game. Who else? Marte looks really good. Hoffman looks really good. Alvarado looks horrible too. He looked good tonight though. But yeah, I'm gonna go bullpen does not look good to start the season.
Did people, maybe not just us, maybe nationals, because like you saw the list in the national media ranking bullpens, and like the Phillies were like at the top of that list. Did we overrate the bullpen or the nationally or locally?
Well, I think they're really basing it off of last year. And a couple weeks ago, we talked about it. Like they were the second best bullpen ERA in the playoffs last year. They had a great year last year. So like, are they number one? Probably not. But like, they're up there. They're close. And again, we're 4 games into the season.
Totally.
Wow, he just threw that at Trout's head. Sorry, I'm watching Future.
What
Philly,
game are you
Mike
watching? We've been
Trout.
talking about this for 15 years about Mike Trout being a Philly.
What do you mean? What I'm watching the Angels game.
I'm just everybody's talking about Mike Trout.
You're done with the Phillies.
Yeah, it's over.
This team ain't scoring 4 runs.
No,
in 1 inning, no chance.
They can hardly score 4 runs in 1 game.
Right.
That is true.
But yeah, it's so early. I look at them last year too. Like they didn't hit till June, which it's not. That's not.
Yeah, but isn't that concerning?
Good.
Because
no, it is. Yeah.
With the high payroll and the talent you have all up and down the lineup, it shouldn't matter what month it is. You shouldn't have to wait till it gets warm or wait till the weather does this or that. You should just be able to hit.
I understand. I hear you. I'm just saying there are great teams that in the past that don't play until May. Mark Teixeira was like horrible in April, and once May hit, he was one of the best hitters in baseball. Like, it just takes a little bit of time sometimes.
Yeah, and that's one player. I'm sure when he was on,
for sure,
the Yankees, they probably had other guys that could lift him up or whatever. You know what I mean?
Like Schwarber's already got 6 hits on the season, 7 hits on the season. Turner's got 4. JT's got 4, or 3 or 4. Like, I'm even just Harper, like Harper in general. Like, he just sometimes he historically comes off of a slow start. Sometimes.
Yeah.
What's Cassidy's excuse?
He just stinks. That's
it's Liam's fault.
Yeah. It's another reason they need Trout. They need a right-handed power bat in the middle of the lineup. They need somebody. Harper needs protection. Like, I feel like he has no protection, like, behind him.
Yeah, I'm not really afraid of JT coming off the bat.
And no, right. JT is the perfect 5 hitter. 20 homers.
Yep.
80 RBIs.
Not a 4 hitter.
No, and he'll see pitches.
Is there a 4 hitter on this lineup? In this lineup?
No.
If you ask me, it's still probably Schwarber. But
it's just, it's never going to happen.
I know it's not. And nor do I necessarily think that it should happen. Like, I think he's more of a prototypical 4 guy than a leadoff guy, but the record with him leading off versus without him leading off shows you they win games with him leading off.
What makes you think other than home runs that he's a 4 hitter?
That's it.
Right, but before he came here, he wasn't a 45 home run hit guy.
But now he is.
And he also leads in on base percentage. Like that. Like, we hated Reese for that. We hated Reese because he didn't swing the bat. Like, neither did Schwarber.
Yeah, but Reese didn't hit 45 home runs.
He hit 30, 35.
38, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. All I'm saying is just because he hits 45 home runs doesn't mean he's necessarily a 4 hitter. And you don't know
how many RBIs did he have last year?
Over 100.
105-ish?
102, 103, 105, something like that.
Yeah. You don't think if he bats 4 instead of 1, the 105 goes to 115?
No, because I don't think he sees the same pitches.
Okay.
I don't.
Right,
I think he may see that he may have the same numbers he does as a leadoff hitter, but I don't know that he gets as many home runs. Like, he might get the same amount of RBIs. I don't know if he sees the same pitches behind Harper. I really don't.
All right.
Especially if Harper gets on.
Okay.
I just think a team would rather go down 1-0 than 3-0 or 2-0.
Yeah.
And the Phillies would rather go up 1-0.
No, Liz, I get it. And again, I don't even think
I
he should
understand.
move to the 4 spot. I think he's the best 4 hitter on the line in the lineup. I don't see another one because I don't think JT's that guy either.
I just think he becomes a 45 home run hitter because he leads off. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
He's never been a 45 home run guy. What did he have last year? 47, 48? Or the year before, and then 46 last year?
46, yeah. No, I think it was 48. I think it was 48 last year, 46 the year before, I believe.
So having that many home runs, I think he's never done that before. So, I think that's because he comes here and he leads off. In this ballpark.
But in his other spots, I don't think he was batting 4 either. He was probably batting 5, 6, 7, I would think. Right? I don't know for sure. I don't remember him with Boston or
he
Chicago
let off for Boston.
Or whatever.
He let off for Boston. But and I think he let off a little bit with Chicago here and there.
He did.
But I just think in this ballpark, it's especially in June, when the weather finally stays warm, I just think there's a reason he hits leadoff and he hits 40 plus homers here. It's because he's leadoff.
Jesus Christ! They still didn't get out of this inning. It was at a commercial. I thought they got out of the inning.
Nick Nelson's in.
Jesus. All right. And the Flyers are losing on top of it. What a night.
And the Eagles traded Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, I did want to talk about it. We can get into that. I mean, listen, did they get good value for Hassan Reddick? Probably, but the team's worse without him.
Dude, the only thing I don't understand with these conditional picks,
what is the condition, by the way?
He's got to play 67.5% of the snaps and get 10 plus sacks.
Both of them? Both of those things are not.
Both have to happen.
I think it could be I think it's doable.
That's doable.
Well, Dom, here's the thing. For me, if I'm the Jets, I don't even let him get close. 67%. Once he hits that, he's done.
Yeah, but what if?
Yeah, but the Jets want to win.
What if you're winning? What if you're winning?
Yeah, the Jets want to win. The Jets are trying to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this year, with Rodgers.
Right, if he's close to that 9 number,
they don't give
the
a shit
10
about
number at week 17, 18, and them winning the game is a trip to get into the playoffs. They're playing them. They don't care about the extra round.
Yeah, I just don't know with the rotation that they run there. With the Jets do a really good job rotating defensive linemen. If they let him, he might get 63, 64, just because they're so deep at defensive line, where they don't need him out there every play. And we know that's the best Reddick. Reddick being out there on a rotation is the best Reddick.
I just don't think Howie Roseman makes that trade if he doesn't genuinely think it could pay off.
Well, I mean, if they are doing it, I mean, that would create a really bad situation with anybody who ever makes a deal with the Jets, knowing that they would do something like that.
Well,
I know they could say he's injured. He got injured. He's out, but it looks bad in those circles. The Eagles got all that flack a couple of years ago when they benched everybody and let Washington win.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that it's a business move. It's not about talent.
Goal. 9 seconds left. They tied the game. That's a big point.
Well, alrighty then.
You sound like a European watching soccer. Goal! Yeah, no,
nine seconds. Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off there.
No. It's fine. I don't know. Hassan Reddick being on your team, yes, it makes you better. And how are they going to replace him? Are we really going to say that this Huff kid is going to be anything close to what Hassan Reddick is? I don't know. I don't know what he is yet, because he playing 42% of the snaps, 10 sacks last year. He might be great. He might not. I don't know, but it's going to be tough to fill that hole. But I also I don't know, and I don't think that Hassan Reddick didn't necessarily want. It's not that he didn't want to be here. I just I don't know.
Did you see something came out where what he said today, Reddick?
Yeah, it's like a business.
Yeah, he's I understand.
It has nothing to do with performance.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, this is strictly a money move, right? You think that's the only reason.
Because if it wasn't an issue, he'd still be here.
Right.
It wasn't a money thing.
Yeah, I don't think it was a performance thing. I think they like Reddick. I think they like him as a person. They like him on the field. Strictly a money thing.
Is this one of those moves that next offseason he's back on the Eagles? Or do you think like they're done?
I think he genuinely wants to be paid. And I don't think that. And I think
is he? Do you think he will get paid?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I don't know if it's as easy as bringing like CJ Gardner-Johnson back where okay, we know what you are. You're young enough. We're gonna
younger
we'll
than
give
Reddick.
Yeah. We'll give you money. I think next offseason if he hits free agency or he's either gonna hit free agency or resign with the Jets now. Like I think he either resigns with the Jets very soon or he hits free agency and somebody will pay him. Like because you think about it, he's a double digit sack guy. Like he's
but if they weren't willing to pay Huff, who's younger, are they willing to give Reddick that money?
Reddick's better
right now, but you're gonna have to commit to him on a big massive deal if you want to keep
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. I don't know what the right move is for them. I either think he's going to play on this contract there, which would suck because we could have had him on that contract. But like that's what I'm saying. Like does he really ask for that trade and not get a contract right now? Like does that why couldn't we just kept him?
Well, that's the other part is like, would you have rather kept him for the season or?
Yes.
instead of losing him for nothing at the end of the season, you could recoup a 3rd round pick now.
Nah, I'm winning. I want to win.
I agree with that.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
I'm keeping him on this contract and I'm trying to win.
I agree, especially. Sorry, again. So, especially because like last year we talked about how, or this past season we talked about like how they really didn't have any sort of like rotation. It's like you just brought in Huff. If you could keep Hassan Reddick under that contract. Like, it's one more guy to add to the mix, and, like, you just lost that guy.
Yeah. I don't think they're done adding either.
Sure.
No, I don't know that it's going to be a huge name.
A lot of offseason left.
Yeah. Did you see who their top 30 visit was?
No, I didn't. Who was it?
No.
Kid from Penn State? Yeah.
Chop Robinson.
Yeah. I don't know
Penn State guy, huh?
Yep.
He is a Penn State guy.
I'm not sure if he's I'm not sure if what his ability is or how good he is. He's been this year.
Big D end. He's a big D end, like an outside linebacker D.
Can he stop the run?
He can stop the run. He's a really good, he's a good player. I mean,
because Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat are just as good as me.
Yeah.
Stopping the run.
Against the run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true either. By the way,
I 100% believe it.
It's a little hyperbole.
100% believe it.
All right, fair enough.
I did hear some like rumors today that said like he could have been the guy creating issues in the locker room because of like how bad his contract was and like
who Reddick?
Yeah. Yep. They were saying today like he could have created like a culture issue in that locker room because of his contract situation. I don't know if I believe it. He doesn't look like that type to me, but
he doesn't. But if there's any part of that that's true, then I'm fine with moving on.
Yeah, and then that could be a reason why they were like able to separate from him so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I believe it because again, he doesn't seem like that guy. But when it comes to money, you never know how people are feeling.
So the station that was talking about it, because I won't bring up the station's name. The station that was talking about it, like said the same thing. Like T.O. created that issue in the locker room too because of money. Like when it comes to money, you think that these guys are going to back the team when they're like,
Christ.
I could be in that same situation at any minute. Like each player could say, like, I could be there too.
Flyers lost in overtime in what might go down as the worst turnover I've ever seen.
The Lawton turnover, Lawton turnover was bad with the Barzal.
That was terrible. This was brutal.
Yeah,
I need to see how replay. That was
back
brutal.
to baseball.
Oh, did you turn the game on?
Yeah.
Oh, so I just ruined it for you. My bad.
It's fine. Yeah. At least they got a point.
Yeah, but you need two there. What the fuck? Oh my god, it's such a bad turnover.
Way to go, Hassan Reddick.
Dom, Mike, you've both been watching every baseball game from the Phillies pretty close, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How bad
Yeah.
has the umpiring been at home plate?
I read that. I heard that. I don't know if it was Saturday into Sunday or after the Sunday games. There were 166 missed calls all
Yep.
week, or all weekend, in all the games.
Dude, they're just literally making it easy for the robo ump.
Yeah, and a year ago I was so against that idea, and now once the playoffs were over, I'm just like you have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's inevitable at this point. It's gonna happen.
This
And
guy,
they're almost speeding up the process.
yeah.
I genuinely do think the box being there. I've said this a million times. I think the box being on the TV screen
Sure.
hurts them a lot because it's less,
There's less ambiguity.
It's less questionable. Now you have something to like see.
right.
Before you were just seeing it from home, and it's like, is the camera off angle, and maybe I'm seeing it differently than the ump seeing it behind the plate. So now
you can see how close it is by inch.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like that's the
And none
game
of the box
baseball.
is perfect either. By the way.
Right, but that's the game of baseball. It's a game of inches, and like that's the beauty of it. And now we're kind of seeing the bad side of
but the
having a
close
box. Like,
ones I'm fine with. It's the ones that are was it the
How about the
Castellanos play?
Castellanos? Yeah, it was really bad.
It's right down the middle. Castellanos takes 7 steps to the dugout because he thought he struck out.
to be fair, it's a game, of imperfections. It's a game. Like that's the way the game is called. It's a subjective game. Like there's a person standing there behind there for a reason. Like I don't know. I'm watching the Red Sox right now.
Man, you got the MLB ticket?
For
Dom, we're losing you.
I watched so much
You're
baseball
done.
this weekend. It's not funny.
Yeah, we lost you. Oh, well, I think you're back.
I seem fine to me.
We got to get him like new equipment. What the fuck?
Yeah,
What's going on over there?
I was
No,
perfectly fine.
I think it's your mic cord, or you're actually delayed now. I think you might be delayed.
Am I delayed?
There's a little delay there, right?
All right, I'll come in and out. I'll come out and back in.
That's what she said.
Not to you.
Well, they put up a run, the Phillies, 6-3.
Did they?
First and third, Harper's up.
So I
2
actually
outs.
turn that off. Okay. So, I mean, listen, hasn't done anything yet this season. He could become, a hero on this random Monday night.
Yeah, the issue is you're ahead of us, so you're gonna see it.
All right, I won't react.
Yeah, right.
I haven't watched any of the. Well, if he hits a home run, I'm probably gonna go.
Yeah, I
nuts.
know.
But these are some bright gloves and cleats there. Very bright.
For Harper.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that game still on?
Yeah,
It is,
Harper's
yeah.
up. Yeah, tying runs at the plate. Harper.
Is it really?
Yeah.
6-3.
3, 2 outs, first and third.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in.
And Mike said he's not going to react.
I won't
unless
react. I won't
Okay.
react.
Oh shit! No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Even if he hits a home run, I won't react regardless. Or at least I'll try not to. But if he
gotta
hits
come-
one 500 feet, it's going to be hard not to react.
Catch it at my house. I'm gonna go outside and catch it.
Yeah. Yeah, you go outside real quick, all right, Dom?
Yeah.
No, when he hits it, I'll let you know. Then you have time to run outside.
Okay.
All right, sound good?
Yep. I got this fucking ad is so long.
What
There we
who do the Red Sox play? What game was that?
Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We talked about the Reddick move, but we forgot to talk about the Eagles re-signing, extending the best undrafted safety in the game.
You could say the best white player,
The best
the best white safety in the league.
best white safety in the league. Got
Well,
extended.
to be fair, when you're the only one, you're going to be the best.
Well,
Remember Sean Considine?
Oh, God forbid. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what was that extension?
it was a
1 year.
1-year extension, so they have him for 2 years now.
Okay.
Was it like 5? Was it? Did they come up with a number? I thought I remember seeing 5 million or something.
I didn't see a number yet, but that's pretty good. Good for Reed Blankenship.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Listen, he is what he is.
I mean,
he is what it is. What he is. I mean,
if he's your worst safety, I'm cool with it.
sure.
If he's
yeah.
your worst, if he's your
I think he's
worst secondary,
serviceable.
if he's your worst player in the secondary, I'm good.
and the Phillies lost.
He just missed that pitch too. Like he was on.
Damn,
that
guys.
Are you
That-
really didn't
that-
see it, Tom?
That happened.
just saw it. No,
that
I didn't
happened
see it,
5
actually.
minutes ago.
No, it's 2-2 for me. 2-2 count.
I'm exaggerating by saying 5 minutes ago, but that was every bit of like 3.5 minutes ago now at this point.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
At least
3.5
45
minutes.
At least 45 seconds ago.
Okay, 45 seconds. Yeah.
45
It still didn't
seconds,
happen
three and a half minutes, same thing, right?
Yeah, I just saw it. Dude, 76 is
Plenty,
plenty.
it's plenty long enough. 45 seconds. What are you talking about?
That's what she said.
Yeah, that was the joke, Tom. Yeah, all right. Did you have a Reed Blankenship take, Chris? I know you're a big Reed Blankenship guy.
I love him. Hey, he led the team in tackles last year. I know that's usually not good for a safety leading the team in tackles, but that usually means that they're getting past
Yeah.
the second level. But I think with him out there, the only issue I have with him is he's not a good free safety. He's not really good against the pass. He's really good against the run. So that's my only issue with him. If he's going to play, if they're going to have to go with Chauncey playing more of the free while he plays the strong.
I think he's going to play more like he did 2 years ago. Slot, like nickel.
CJ.
Yeah.
So
They're going to have to get another safety.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
definitely going to. I mean, Justin Simmons still hasn't signed yet.
Buddha. Get
Yeah.
Buddha.
I think he's going to – I think he wants too much money.
Well, that's probably the reason he hasn't signed yet. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to give it to him.
Right. Thanks, Mike.
That's what I'm here for.
He's really he's a wealth of knowledge tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, what do the Flyers have to do? Win.
Yeah.
Well, you asked what they had to do to get to the playoffs. Like they can't lose and make the playoffs at this point. You got to win.
Well, if they tie every game and where they get a point every game and they go to overtime and lose, are they in? If Washington loses out,
Not necessarily.
Depends what the other teams do, too.
Yeah, not necessarily because then it's not just them in Washington. Detroit's right behind the Flyers for the wild card spot. So if I don't know what Detroit's doing tonight. They were tied. What is Detroit doing? Detroit won, so that doesn't help. So right now, the Flyers jumped into the third spot in the Metro, but they're 1 point above Washington. But Washington has 3 games in hand. So
Is Washington playing tonight?
no, I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, Washington does not play tonight. But they have 3 games in hand, and they're only 1 point behind. So I would think Washington's going to catch and pass the Flyers. Detroit has 1 game in hand and is 1 point behind the Flyers. So Detroit basically controls their own destiny at this point.
Yeah.
So that's why win tonight was so big and fucking brutal turnover.
A lot to talk about tonight, guys.
I'm just gonna say that. I mean,
I still had the Flyers game. I still had the Flyers game on, and they were showing the replay again.
You want to talk about 3.5 minutes? The game's been over for 45 minutes.
I'm sorry. Well, I still had it on my iPad. My bad. I'll put a different game on now if it makes you happy.
Mike, you know
If
what
it makes you happy.
You know what's gonna make you happy, Mike?
What's that?
The return of Joel Embiid.
When's this happening? This week or
This
something,
week.
right?
Yep.
And that was a real report. That wasn't like a dumb April Fool. Can we talk? April Fool's the dumbest thing in the world, by the way. But like, I don't know. I can't believe anything that happened today.
No, it was,
What did
it was real.
Schefter tweeted something today that I was like,
Dude, who was the former Colt that passed away today?
Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis.
Dude, I heard he died, and my first thought was this is some fucked up April Fool's joke. I can't trust a single thing that happens today. So I don't even know if Embiid's actually coming back or it's just a.
You don't even know if
sick April
Vontae
Fool's
Davis
joke.
is dead yet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. If tomorrow he's still dead, then I'll know that it's true.
Okay. That's
Maybe
funny.
he's Tupac. Not
Yeah,
dead.
right.
Yeah, Embiid. It looks like he'll be back this week. They said So
Yeah, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's probably going to be against the Heat.
So I haven't since he went down. I really haven't followed the Sixers like at all. What's their playoff? Were they 6 seed
Not
right now?
good.
7 seed?
eight seed.
They're an 8.
That's what it looks like they're going to get. They have like
Well,
60% chance of winning the 8 seed.
Well, now 10 teams get in, right? With like the play-in and everything.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's 10
or 9.
No, it's 10. It's 10. With the play-in. So 7 plays 8. The winner of that becomes the 7 seed. 9 and 10 play each other. The winner plays the loser of 7 and 8, and then that winner becomes the 8 seed.
So right now they're 8. Is there any chance they get up to 6? They
Sure.
can avoid that play.
They could
There's
theoretically.
movement there.
They could theoretically. It probably won't happen, but they could get to the 5. It's going to be really
Okay.
tough.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll jump the Knicks, but
How many?
Orlando's
games
the 5.
how many games they have left? Like 12, 13, something like that.
No.
Not
Less
that
than
many?
that.
8.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so they could very well get in the top 6. They're only 2 games behind Indiana. So tomorrow, obviously tomorrow's a big game, but the game against Miami, Miami's the 7 seed. They're a game up. That's gonna be a huge game.
When it comes back, do you think they limit him at all? Like limit his minutes, or is he full blown? Let's go. Let's get after.
I don't know. I really don't know. They really haven't been transparent about this injury.
Yeah,
Like,
you really don't know if he's going to be 100%, if
yeah.
he's 50, 70. Like you don't know what percentage of Embiid you're getting.
Yeah. I mean, they'll have to ramp him up if they don't do it the first game. Like, you got to do it soon because the playoffs are coming.
Yeah, right.
But the good news is I don't think they'll go lower than 8.
No.
Okay.
They're 4 games ahead of Chicago. So let's say theoretically, hypothetically, the season ends tomorrow and they're the 8 seed. They'd play Miami, which with a healthy Joel, even without a healthy Joel, they could win that game. But with a Joel, they'll
And then if they win that game, they play the
they'll
2
automatically
seed,
be
I
this-
imagine,
yes,
which would be who?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
No, Milwaukee. Yeah, Boston's the 1 seed.
That's what I figured.
They've already clinched. Yeah, they're 11 games up from
Jeez.
the 2 seed.
All right.
Which I'd rather play Milwaukee than Boston in the first round. But if you can get into that 6 seed, that would be nice because then they play Cleveland in the third, who's the 3 seed.
Is that playing?
That's
Is
unbeatable.
that a series or that is a 1 game playing?
It's 1 game.
One
One
game.
game. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a best of 3 or something.
No.
All right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, because you really haven't seen what this team is with Embiid post trade deadline.
Right.
Because he got hurt before they made the moves. So
Right. So we'll see. We'll see how that looks.
yep. And again, you never know. You might wake up tomorrow. It's not April Fool's. Maybe he's done for the season. They might announce. Who knows?
Oh, wow.
All right, Dom. Now that you hear Embiid's back, are you all in back on the Sixers? I know you said you're out for a little while. Are you back all in with the Sixers?
I mean, I want to see it first.
Okay.
Before he got hurt, he was the best player in the world, averaging 35 plus. He was the MVP. It's just a lot to ask him to come back and be that guy again post injury. So I don't know. I'd have to see it. I mean, I'm in with watching. I'm not. You know
Shit.
what?
I'm gonna turn this game on. Nah, the whoever's pitching for Houston has a no hitter through 7. I don't know who it is. It just says no hitter on the app.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna turn this game on.
I wish it was Framber, but it's not. Or Javier.
No.
It's not.
Hunter.
Might be. No, I think he pitched
Um,
game 3.
Blanco? I don't even know who
Blanco.
that is.
Never heard of him.
7 innings pitched, no hits, 7 strikeouts.
First
One
career
walk.
start.
Is this first
it?
career start?
No, I don't know. I just made that
Oh,
up.
all right. Sounded blue. I've never heard of this dude. Blanco.
No,
I
he's
gotta-
pitched. He's pitched the last couple of years. He looks like they're like long man / like spot start guy.
Dude, why is Houston so good at like finding these dudes?
Houston, Tampa, fucking the Dodgers, the Yankees, they just find guys, dude. They just
Baltimore.
find them.
And this dude's 30. Like, if you're a pitcher and your career hasn't taken off yet, just sign in Houston.
But Baltimore is like a new thing. Like that's like like the Red Sox, they just find players. Like that's why you see guys from Tampa and Houston and the
Yeah, but
Dodgers, they all go out and get
pitching.
jobs.
But I think specifically pitching, I feel like it's Houston. Like, people were
Christian
calling
Javier, yeah, Valdez.
Yeah, people were calling like Verlander washed when he in the last year or two with Detroit, went to Houston, wins like 2 Cy Youngs. Charlie Morton's career was basically done. Zach Greinke was done. Like, they just revived careers.
I have a theory that the Phillies are going with a Houston like mentality almost. So what does Houston do? Houston drafts, they develop when they're stars. Obviously the Phillies did not draft Harper or Schwarber or Castellanos or JT, but like I genuinely do think that when these guys start, like a guy like Castellanos and Schwarber, I don't think they come back when their contract's up. I think they're gonna move on like Houston did with Springer and
Who did Castellanos and Schwarber?
yeah, Houston got let Springer, Correa.
These
They let all these guys
jerseys are
walk.
hideous.
I like them.
Do you?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think Schwarber's back.
it's possible. I think it's the development of Aiden Miller. I think it's the development of Crawford. If they don't trade these guys, I think they're trying to go in that direction where it's like when these guys are just done, we're gonna move on because we have the next, Yeah, we have these young guys and they have to pan out. Obviously, like Houston didn't just let Correa and Springer walk for nobody. Like Pena's a nice player.
But Pena wasn't Pena until before they let him walk. Like they just kind of like when they let Correa walk, Pena wasn't Pena. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're very good at that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. Alvarez, Tucker, like these guys that took over for Springer and Correa, and it's. I think the Phillies are trying to do something like that, but yeah, I don't know. I think Aiden Miller's the future shortstop for the Phillies.
You don't think third base?
No, I think as long as Bohm gives you 20 and 80, as much as I don't like it, I want more power from him. I think as long as he gives you 20 and 80, like he'll stay. And he hits 280, 290, whatever.
So where's Trey going?
Center field.
Okay.
The Kingery Adam Hazley special. You can play
Trey
shortstop.
Turner's-
Let's throw you in center field.
But at least Turner's like way better than both of those guys
yeah,
combined.
yeah.
I have probably not so much of a hot take. I think he's an awful shortstop.
He's bad.
Yeah,
He's not good.
He missed
His glove is terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm willing to say terrible.
Terrible.
It's not. It's nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to be.
It's horrible.
Because I don't remember. And again, I didn't watch, him with the Nationals and Dodgers all that closely. I don't know that I ever remember him or think of him as being a bad shortstop.
I don't care. I don't care if he was a Gold Glover before he got here. As a Philly, he fucking stinks.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's a Gold Glover, but even if he was, as a Philly, he's bad. He's really bad.
And it's weird because he seems athletic enough to be able to that he should be able to play shortstop.
Yeah.
It's like why?
Yeah, I put him in center. I put Aiden Miller at shortstop and hope it works out.
Yeah. Like how many years is he away? 2, 3?
Aiden Miller.
Aiden Miller, you think? Yeah.
The earliest is probably next year, and then the latest is probably 3 years.
The way to a Crawford if you put in what's his name in center.
Probably
Crawford, Rojas,
trade him.
what?
Well, how do you think we're getting Trout?
Oh, okay. I like this.
him and Griff McGarry and
Trout could play left. Turner in center.
Andrew Painter.
no Painter's obviously here for the long run.
One more inning to go. He went through.
I hope
8.
he blows it.
That's fucked up. I don't want to watch
Fuck
history
the
right now.
Astros.
This is my
Fuck
first
the
year having the
Astros.
MLB TV, and it's
That's what I
awesome.
have.
I love it.
Yeah, I had it last year for a month, just to test it out, and I liked it. But I found myself at the end of April not watching as much as I did early April. but I don't think I watched as much in early April as I have this early April.
So we talked about it. I got rid of Comcast, and I have T-Mobile internet. And as a T-Mobile customer, you get MLB TV for free.
Whoa.
Yep.
No. Do they pay us to
No, but it's a perk that I'm giving to listeners. All right.
Okay.
And T-Mobile, if you're listening,
I don't know if I like that.
Would love to have you as a sponsor. All right, T-Mobile.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I hope he blows his no-hitter.
And listen, anytime that I can trash Comcast, I'm gonna do it. That was more of a dig at Comcast than it was a spot for T-Mobile.
Okay.
So, you guys got anything else you want to dive into tonight?
No, it's
not really.
All right.
Oh, Dom.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy Cooperstown?
Oh my god, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
first time there, right?
Yep, I got into a couple of situations, altercations.
Really?
Yeah, for wearing a Phillies jersey. But yeah, no, it was great.
By who?
The
Like, who
museum's
came up to
awesome. So I went to a store on like the Main Street, and it's such a small town. Like Chris could tell you, like it's such a small town. I looked up the population; it's under 1,900. So like everybody knows everybody. And most of the owners of these stores on Main Street, like they work the cash register. Like it's a really small town. So I went to like one of the stores. I got like a Cooperstown shirt. My wife got a hoodie. We got like a magnet, and I go to pay, and this guy, he's like, and he's clearly a Yankees fan because he's got like most of the stores all sell the same shit. But he had like a major like Yankee like the back of the store or the side of the store was like all Yankees, the whole wall. But he had other stuff too. So I go and I pay, and he's like, he turns to the other kid. So he probably was in his 50s. The other kid that was with him was probably like in his 30s. He turns to him and he goes, "Oh, I guess Bryce Harper's paying because I'm wearing a Harper jersey." And I laughed or whatever. It was a bad joke, but whatever. So the kid that's behind the register next to him, he goes, "Oh, it's a shame they're going to start off 0-1 because it was Friday." And I was like, "Oh," and he goes, the owner goes, "Well, yeah, he's a Braves fan." Like, I'm like, "Oh, no, don't worry, no worries. I get it. Like, we can start off 0-1, but I'll see you in October. It'll be a different story in October."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, obviously it's like a big brother, little brother thing in the regular season, but we fucking own you in the playoffs." And he didn't know what to say. Like he was shocked I even said anything. So the owner like got all defensive. He was like, who's a Yankees fan? Who's like, "Yeah, well, you guys fucking overpaid for Wheeler, $40 million a year." I'm like,
overpaid.
"Oh, you think?" I'm like, "You think you overpaid? Yeah, he hasn't been that good." I'm like, "Dude, of the 4, this is his what, 6th year or 5th year
with the Phillies?"
Yeah. Every year, it doesn't
5?
even matter. Every other year, aside from last year, he's had a sub-3 ERA with the Phillies. He's the second best pitcher in the NL. I was like,
I didn't
behind
like
Strider.
I didn't like this sign when it happened. That's a bargain. What they signed.
Well, I think he's talking about the new contract,
the extension, sure, but
Yeah.
whatever.
right? But I told him, I said he's the second best pitcher in the National League. I said he's a top 5 to 10 pitcher in the league.
Dude,
And
it's funny.
He's like, no. He's like, well, that's because Burns went to the AL, and I'm like, that's probably true. That's fine, but he's not in the NL.
Right.
And he was like, well, Zach Gallen's probably the second best. I said Zach Gallen's
That's
not even
insane.
close. He had a great year last year.
insane.
Great year. Over his career, he's never had a sub-3 ERA. Maybe one of the years. He's like, "Oh, well, it's still his second year." I said, "Brother, it's fucking his 5th year in the league."
Dude, Zach
No, it's
Gallen
not.
is
No,
one
it's
of the
not.
most overrated pitchers in the league.
He had a great year last year.
Very good. One of the most overrated pitchers in the league.
But he actually had a good opening day too.
I
But-
still think he's overrated.
He's probably a top 5 NL pitcher. He's not better than Wheeler. He's just
Sure.
not. And I like him and the young kid actually started to like argue a little bit, and I kind of like snuck out. But I had a couple people at the museum like kind of poke fun at my jersey a little bit. We had like issues with the tickets, like because we pre-ordered them, so we had like trouble getting on Wi-Fi, and like the front desk guy was like, "Oh, well, just give me your name." So we gave him our name. He's like, "I got them. You can go in." And when we go in, the guy that's at the front doors that like or at the doors to go into the exhibits, like tells you like start on this floor and do that floor, or whatever. He goes, yeah, Phillies fans always giving us trouble, like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, I saw a kid. Oh, dude, you got to hear about this story too. I'm holding my daughter. I'm looking at stuff at the museum, and there's 2 little kids, couldn't be any older than 12, walk by. And they said something, and I didn't hear them. And my wife was like, "Did you hear what they said?" I said, "Nah." They were. I heard them say something. I didn't hear what they said. And she goes, and obviously I was wearing my Harper jersey. So she goes, "They walked by you and said, 'Oh, it's a shame that Bryce Harper got hurt today,' and they ran." And I'm like, "Oh, whatever." Like, what? I couldn't tell what hat they were wearing. I thought it was a Braves hat, but it was an Orioles hat. So they run away. I'm like, "Oh, I'll say something if I see them again." So I go up to, we finished the rest of the exhibit, and they come by me again, and they say it even louder. And they ran when I looked at them, and I tried to yell like, "It's a shame to win 100 games and lose in the first round." Like so. They saw me later and they like hid. But no, overall it was a really cool
kids
weekend.
Are pussies.
Yeah,
I don't like those kids.
No, not at all. But it was a really, really fun weekend. I'd absolutely go back. I want to go, Chris. When you went, it was in season, right?
Yes.
So I'd like to try to experience it in season. It was dead when I went.
Was it really
dead? Yes, it was off season. Everything just opened up. Like we sat at a restaurant, and the waitress was like, she got our food or whatever, and the people behind us got up, and new people came and sat down, and they were locals, and she like said, "Hey, Bill and Sarah, how are you guys? How was your winter?" So obviously everything like shuts down for the winter and then opens back up around this week. But yeah, no,
one out down, 2 to go.
I hope he blows it.
That's
dude. When I was there,
fuck them.
It was packed when I was there.
Well, yeah, you went in season, right? You went in the summer.
Yeah.
So how far? What's that drive like?
6.
No, it was in my GPS. It was 4 hours 7 minutes. We did it in 5 because we had to stop.
That's not bad.
No, it's really not a bad drive at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
2 outs.
Did you see that play at first?
He made that play so much harder than it had to be though, because he's so fat.
Who was that, Abreu?
Yeah, he's not fat, but he took forever to get up.
Oh yeah, I thought he extended more for that. He didn't. He was just being safe. Never mind. But yeah, 1 out to go. I just kind of want to watch it happen now. Go ahead, Chris.
What was I gonna say? God, it was about the Hall of Fame.
It was packed when you went.
It was packed when I went.
Yeah.
You couldn't move anywhere when I went. It was also induction weekend when I went too last year.
That helps. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they had Helton and is that who it was? Helton and
No, it was
Larry Walker. Larry Walker, right?
It was Scott Rowland and Fred McGrath.
Oh, that's right.
So
Rowland and McGriff.
What was the the coolest experience that you the coolest like?
So wait, but before I get into that,
ahead.
so they obviously had the plaques up, but the next to the plaques where Beltray and Helton and all of them are going, they have them signed. The wall is signed by them where the plaque is going because the plaque isn't there yet, which I thought was pretty cool.
Okay.
The coolest part of the weekend, I mean, the whole thing really, like the whole thing is really cool. It's the Ruth section is really cool. The Hank Aaron section was probably my favorite.
Yeah, dude, I saw you took a picture where CJ fed.
Oh, really? In his locker? Yeah. I think I remember seeing the picture. Or did you have a picture or?
No.
Okay.
Like he actually like he was feeding over there.
Yeah, I gotcha. I do remember that now. But yeah, I think the Hank Aaron was probably my favorite part. Seeing the Halliday stuff was pretty cool. They have the Eric Bruntlett jersey with the unassisted triple play.
Okay.
And they have that play playing right next to it.
Yes. Yep.
On a screen.
Yep.
Replaying.
Was right next to that? Was that like all Houston Astros like World Series? Yeah, because they had the Rangers. They had the Rangers for it. But yeah, no, it was an awesome weekend. I'm upset because the Wax Museum wasn't open yet. They open next week. Did you go?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not open during the off season.
Mm-mm.
Surprised. I thought they'd be.
They
like
have
an all
they
year
have like
thing.
a little store next door too, and that was open, but the actual museum was not open.
Did you get to the part, Dom? One of my favorite part was all of the rings and from every team. They have every team's ring. Like they must get an extra one made for the
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
And then did you see at one point?
Wait, what happened? Did he walk him?
He walked him. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Did you see at one point it was a watch? It wasn't a ring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they had watches at one point.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Did you ever hear about the bonds thing?
No.
The ball.
No.
So the ball that I don't know if it was I can't remember if it was the one that we actually looked this up today. My boy Shay that comments on this. We actually looked it up. So the only mention of bonds is it might be the ball that broke the record or tied the record. I can't remember. There was an artist that bought it for like a couple, like 100,000, maybe millions of dollars, and bought the ball, put an asterisk in it, and then donated it back to the. Yeah,
that's wonderful. I like that. It's funny. Bonds deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
He'll get in.
His balls in the Hall of Fame.
That's the only mention. Yeah, because they have a whole section of like records.
How is his ball in? But he's not. Like that seems
because the ball is here. He did it.
You got it. Yep.
Because I guess because it's a record. Like Pete Rose is in there too. Like he's not obviously in the Hall of Fame, but his they have like a section of him. I don't know if it's the ball that he hit. He broke the record or the most hits, his last hit or something. Because obviously it's the most hits in MLB history, but that's the only mention of Pete Rose too.
He went for a weekend.
Just we left Thursday night, came home Saturday
with the baby too, huh? How was that?
Yeah, not bad, dude. She was great the whole weekend.
Really,
the awesome. The drive was a little tough. Like the last so it took us about 5 hours. The last like 2 hours on the way there, she freaked out a little bit, but we got her to calm down when she was watching stuff, like her shows. And then she was totally fine. She slept the first 3 hours, and then the last 2 hours, I would say hour and a half, she started to cry, and then she watched her show, which was perfect because then when we got to the hotel, she went right to sleep. Yeah, we got there like 10:30 at night, and then it was the opposite on the way home. The first like hour and a half, 2 hours, she was a little, she was like watching her shows, and then she fell asleep the last 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
getting her to sleep at
she
night.
Was great.
Everything was really.
Yeah.
That was the toughest part. Like getting the kids when we go away the first time, getting them. It can be a pain in the ass
for sure. No, she was great. She was very tired. So
yeah.
All
right, guys, we get out of here. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No.
All right. Sounds good. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Like us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're gonna get out of here, and we'll see everybody next Monday. See you then.